Yeah, so we got the boy Dawaud Muhammad from Big Printing up in here. How you been, bruh?
Man, I'm good, man. Can't complain. You feel me?
Okay. So, what was it like growing up as a child in Oakland?
Growing up in East Oakland, man, it was lovely, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Where I grew up at, it was kind of like like a middle class area or whatnot. You know what I mean? Whole bunch of homeowners. You know what I mean? And I grew up with my grandma, and so she kind of like gave us everything that we wanted. You know what I mean? So like all the whatever all the D boys had, you know what I mean? She made sure that we had it. You know what I mean? So when it comes to go-karts, dirt bikes, motor control cars, skateboards, all the top of the line shit, she made sure that we had it. That's what we wanted, you know what I mean? And when it kind of, clothes and everything, we dressed just like them. You feel me? So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a good upbringing, you know what I mean?
What part of Oakland did you grow up in?
East Oakland, 86 and Birch, you know what I mean? Straight up, deep east, you feel me?
Okay.
But yeah. Growing up in the town was cool, you know what I'm saying? It was good. It's like the black mecca of the Bay Area, you know what I mean? So, we had the East Mall, you know what I mean? We had our whole little culture. Everything was bubbling right there. And being in the 80's, we just in the middle of everything, you know what I mean? So it was dope, to be honest.
So you always been into fashion?
Yeah, for the most part, always been conscious of it, you know what I mean? Like, going to school and, everybody checking to see what you wearing, you know what I mean? You gotta make sure your shit name brand or whatnot, you know what I mean? Yeah, you wanna be fly, you know what I mean? You wanna be ridiculed or whatnot, you know what I mean? Whatever come out new, you wanna have it too, you know what I'm saying? So we always had that like that thirst for it and that eye for it, you know what I mean? So, whether it was when the Feelers came out or the Pumas, you feel me, or the Adidas, you know what I'm saying, triple fat gooses, you know what I mean, the Kangos, just everything that went along with what we were seeing on TV or what the niggas was outside wearing, we wanted to be with it too, you know what I'm saying? So we made sure that my grandma made sure that we had it, you know what I mean? So it was dope, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing like going to school and everybody saying, ooh, what is them, or what, ooh, you got them, or, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, your fashion really is expressing to you and what you represent, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I've always been really conscious of it, you know what I'm saying?
Did you, was it your grandmother that brought you up as a Muslim, or?
Nah, hell nah. I turned a Muslim when I was, say 19, you know what I'm saying? So what introduced me to Islam was when I was in high school. I was going to Oakland High, and I was cutting class, right? So I would cut class and go in the library because they ain't looking for you in the library, you know what I mean? You can go in the library, be quiet, and it's good. So I picked up a few books, you feel me? And one of them was Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying, the autobiography. So I just started reading it, and that's how I was reading it. I was like really feeling what he was talking about, you know what I mean? So I investigated that. I read all of his book, and that was like the first book that I ever really read, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I wanted to know more about what he was talking about so I can, I was feeling it. So I looked up Elijah Muhammad, you know what I mean? They actually had Message to the Black Man in the library at Oakland High, you know what I mean? So I picked that up, took that and read that, and I was feeling it. But growing up in a Christian home, we was always taught that being a Muslim is like almost being crazy, so to speak, you know what I mean? You don't believe in Jesus and stuff like that, so you kind of like push it away a little bit. But I was really feeling the independence and the self-respect it gave me just by reading it, you know what I mean? So when I picked that up, that's was my introduction. And then I would watch, we had Soul Beat growing up in the town, right? So they had a brother, Dr. Yusuf Bey, you know what I'm saying? He used to be on TV like 3 times a week. And then when I heard him speak, and then I was listening to him, like, man, he was really talking that talk. And not only was he talking it, he was walking it, you know what I'm saying? So he wasn't just saying what you should be doing, he was saying what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? So he had businesses all over Oakland, and they was pumping, you know what I mean? And at the same time, he calling the white man the devil. And then when you go into a spot, ain't nothing but white folks in there buying his products, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, that's a real powerful speech, a real powerful thing for me to see, because it's like he ain't just talking it, you know what I mean? He really standing on it, and still being independent, still being able to be a black man, you know what I mean? Still being able to be independent. That was a real thing, a real strong thing for me, because, you know, growing up where we grew up, all these dudes around me, they all look independent. Like, you having it your way. You got your own money. You can buy your own stuff. You really doing it what you really want to do. And then to see a person that took it to a whole nother level, like, I'm doing what I want to do, still he pulling up in big Benzes though. Got an army of dudes around him. They really protect them. It's like a real army. They got a real industry going on. Real big. They dressed up in suits and ties, you know what I'm saying? And he's telling you, you should be doing this for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And so when I saw that, that's was like, yeah, I was really feeling that. And just reading the Message to the Black Man, read How to Eat to Live, Our Savior Has Arrived, all those different books, you can't help but, you don't really become a Muslim, you just accept it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you accept who you are. You get the knowledge of who you are, and you just accept it and you embrace it. And man, it's done wonders for me. It actually, you know what I mean? It changed my life. It saved my life, you know what I mean? Because I just would have been another, like, you know, a buster or something, you know what I'm saying? Without the knowledge itself. That's how I look at it. Like, if you ain't got the knowledge of who you are, where you come from, then you walking through this world like blinded, you know what I mean? You don't know your actual place in this world, you know what I mean? And so when I accepted that, I'm like, oh yeah. So I didn't want to work for the white man. I want to be independent. That's my main thing. I need something to where I can be independent, you know what I mean?
So how soon after that did you get into the clothing business?
That's around the same time, for real. Well, when I picked up the book, I was probably in like the 12th grade, but I started my business, getting into this clothes business when I was 19. So it's like fresh out of high school, you know what I'm saying? So that right there put me on the independent mindset. You ain't gotta go work for nobody. Do for self. You know what I mean? Create your own industry, your own economic blueprint. One of the main teachings is for survival is food, clothing, and shelter. You feel me? So I picked up the clothing. You know what I mean? Everybody wear clothes. So when I was 19, I was working, you know, different jobs. I was just looking for something I could do, and I was watching Soul Beat yet again, and they was at the festival at the lake, and they was filming. They was showing these brothers. They had their own T-shirts. I was looked at. I said, "Shit, T-shirts. Shit, we all wear T-shirts. All my homies, we all wear T-shirts. You feel me?" So I'm like, "Ooh, I can sell that." You feel me? And so I told one of my partners, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I know where they sell them T-shirts at." I said, "For real, where at?" She's like, "Over there on 17, right across the street from the bakery, the Black Muslim bakery, right?" I'll go over there and I holler at that dude, and I bought some shirts from him. His shit said, what it said, "Return of the Afro." You know what I mean? It had this "Return the Afro" thing, and then he had another shirt that said, "The 9 Fro," because it was in '94. You feel me? So I bought some of them shirts. I'm like, okay, cool. And took them back to the hood and was, you know, selling them. It was alright, you know what I mean? But it sparked my interest. I'm like, okay, this one I'm gonna do, you know what I mean? But I was like, damn, I need to cut out the middleman and drop my own designs, you feel me? And so I was plotting on that mentally, you know what I mean? And then one thing led to another. I was at the Black Muslim bakery again, and I overheard this brother up in there talking, like, oh yeah, we do graphics and T-shirts and this and that. So I kind of jumped in this mix, like, man, we do T-shirts. What you mean? Oh yeah, we do T-shirts. I said, man, I'm looking to get some shirts done. I'm like, y'all do them? He like, yeah. So I gave my little card I had, right? And so he took the card to his boss. Then his boss called me, and his boss, he was another brother. He had an office downtown Oakland, you know what I'm saying? So I went down there, met with him, you know what I'm saying? And had a meet with him. He had a business. It was like a promotional products business where they sold cups, mugs, and pens, and all type of promotional products for your business or event, right? And T-shirts was one of them. And so he got at me like, man, you want to get some shirts? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how much you want to spend? I'm like, man, I don't know. I just want to get like 50 shirts. I said, I don't know, maybe 300. I did a calculation in my mind, like 300, I could sell at 10 a piece. That's 500, right? Back then, motherfuckers buy half a zip of some weed or something for like 300. You know what I mean? Selling probably made like 500. I just used that equation. That's what I came with. So he said, all right, cool. Boom. And then I had my design already, what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Gave it to him. Got 50 T-shirts. It had like a 2-color print on there, nothing on the back, for $300. Got them things. Ooh, couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I hit the block with them because The shirts I had before from the other dudes, I was buying them from them like wholesale, like $9. So I had to sell them for like at least a dub or 15, and niggas wanted to pay 10 or 2. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, if I had something I could sell for 10, I could be rolling. You know what I mean? So when that opportunity presented itself, and I got them 50 shirts, man, boom, hit the block. And I was on, you know what I mean? That was jugging a little bit. It was cool. I just seen the little potential. It was cool though. And I said, you know what? Okay, this cool. I'm gonna rock with it. You feel me? But the thing that was a setback for me at that time was, dude was the man. He wasn't doing them himself. He was a broker. He was middleman. So I call him like every week or every day. Shirts ready. Shirts ready. What's up? Oh, nah, I ain't ready yet. Ain't ready yet. I'm like, man, this shit ain't cool, right? And so when I finally got him, I hit the block. I was kind of discouraged by that, right? So I'm like, man, I need to find the line. I need to find the direct connect. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't it. I didn't even know what the shit was called. You know what I mean? It wasn't no Google. It wasn't it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? I didn't even know it was called screen print. I didn't know how to even go about it. It just that I overheard somebody talking and got the game that way. I feel like it was a blessing, right? And so later on, right, I bought this Cadillac. It was 67 Sedanville. Motherfucker was clean on the outside, but the motor had blown head gaskets. So the motherfucker was clean though, right? All original, old dude. Gave him like 150, something like that for the car. No, I gave him 350 for the car, right? Boom. Had it, whoa. Put it in a classified flea market, right? Finna jug it. Classified flea market is like Craigslist today, but the paper version, right? And so anyway, had in the classified flea market, and I get paged, right? It was back in the day. Got paged. I called him back, whoa. And when he answered the phone, he's like, Graphic Visions? I'm like, Graphic Visions? Like, what y'all make, computers or something? He said, nah, we print t-shirts. I said, what? You lying? All right, cool. Give me a quote real quick. How much it costs for 100 shirts, 3 color front, 1 color back, woo. I'm trying to talk because I think I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, he came back with a number, and the number was cool, whatever. You know, but I'm like, damn. But anyway, he came and looked at the Cadillac. And then when he came through and looked at the caddy, he was like, all right, cool. What I can do is I can give you 500 or them 100 shirts you was talking about. I said, ooh, 100 shirts, 10 a pop, that's a rag. Let me get them shirts. And so he gave me 100 shirts, all white shirts, and I put my logo on there, a 2 color front. And this time I had a 1 color back. So on the back, he said, you don't want to say nothing? I said, man, yeah, put Big Pimpin' under there. You know what I'm saying?